Hey, it's Mel with the Mark and Mel Team, eXp Realty, and we're sharing the top 3 pros and cons of living in the Mulberry neighborhood in East Mesa, Arizona. And if you find our information valuable, please like, follow, and share with those you care about, because for over 30 years, we've been helping home sellers and home buyers with excellence through experience. So all you have to do is call, text, or email, and we can help you too. Take a look. This is the Mulberry Neighborhood Clubhouse and the surrounding homes in the neighborhood. You have Desert Ridge Junior High School, you have Desert Ridge High School, and you have Augusta Ranch over here a little bit further to the west in the next mile over. So everything is really located close by. You have this Fry's Marketplace on the corner. You have of Guadalupe and Signal Butte here. Got all this shopping. You have a place to eat over here. Let's see if it'll show you some places. So if you wanted to walk down here, you could actually walk right over to the Fry's Marketplace and do your shopping and walk back to your house. You can do your banking at Bank of America. There's a gas station there. There's a Burger King, a Papa Murphy's. There's a place where you can have your hair cut right there. There's even Mountain Crest Dental. So, and over here you have across the street, you have Valvoline, you have Legacy Traditional School in East Mesa. So you have a McDonald's across the street, a Dutch Brothers. So you have a lot of churches around here too. So if you back out here, you can see the location is clearly near Banner Health Center, another Arizona General Hospital down here. So lots of pharmacies and lots of different medical facilities are located around here. And you're south of the 60, which basically gets you everywhere, when you go to the west. And then if you hop on the 60 and you get on the 202, that's when you can go all around the valley. It's a really nicely laid out freeway system, but you can see where it is. It is basically at the edge of the east edge of Mesa. So you do have to have that commute. But the other thing is you don't have a lot of traffic, not like right in congested city. So that's a pro, number one. That location is at the edge, but you've got all the shopping centers that you need just 2 miles north, just south of the 60. All the shopping that you need in the Superstition Gateway East area, that's what it's called. And so there's a lot of fast food. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a AMC theater. There is Old Navy. There's a Panera, Del Taco. You've got everything right there. But you can hop on those freeways and get basically anywhere you want, even if you wanted to go all the way to Scottsdale for nightlife, or wanted to go downtown Tempe or downtown Phoenix for some nightlife. Then you just take a straight route in, or you use the 202 over the 101 and go up into North Scottsdale. So you really have a lot. And if you want to also, you can hop on the 202 and you go down to the Santan Village Mall, and there is all kinds of restaurants and theaters and places to play down there. You've got a Mercy Gilbert Medical Center down there. And so you've got a Trader Joe's, everything you need really within just several miles of this subdivision. So it's a nice subdivision. That's pro number one. A lot of people that live here, they don't want nightlife because they are mostly families living here. There's parks galore in this neighborhood. You have green belts. And so there's lots of areas for kids to play. So pro number 2, because there's lots of families, as you can see in this video, there's lots of people that live here and enjoy this community, and there's a lot of front porches, and there's a ton of green belts. There's tennis courts, there's basketball courts, there's heated pools, spa, recreation center, and that there's just a lot of community closeness and lots of community events in Mulberry. And everybody gets into the season by decorating their homes. As you can see, these homes, they're getting decorated for Christmas. They love decorating for Halloween. And the homes are not on big lots. So there's a ton of two-story homes. So the people that live there they're used to being around people, and that doesn't bother them. The homes have that like Hallmark card feel with a variety of non-cookie cutter exteriors and a lot of built-in porches, like I said, and patios to hang out in the front and people watch and say hi to your neighbor and enjoy walking along the tree-lined streets and sidewalks. Or walk over to have dinner at that corner shopping center on Signal Butte and Guadalupe, where there's also that Fry's Marketplace. So pro number 3, Mulberry is really affordable for a slightly newer neighborhood where construction began by Blandford around 2015 and took several years to build out. The price range of most recent sold homes ranges from $477,000 for a 1,704 square foot home with a 3-bedroom and 2 bathrooms, up to the recent sale at $698,000 for a 3,000 square foot home with 5 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms. And because Mulberry has a homeowners association or an HOA, you don't have any junk in the yards because the HOA requires that your yards are kept up, and the exterior of the homes are kept up really nicely. And basically you have those other community facilities that are kept up also, including in that HOA fee. And they're like the basketball courts and the tennis courts and the clubhouse. And there's even a workout facility. There's a community heated pool, heated spa, and several playgrounds and green belts for kids. And all those walking and biking sidewalks and paths also. So, and the HOA dues are really reasonable and they're paid quarterly. And so they do keep up the neighborhood very well. So con number 1. So the location is a bit further at the eastern edge of Mesa. So there's a bit more commute that you have to go downtown Phoenix, if you have to go to Chandler, if you have to go to Scottsdale. But you remember, that's why you're getting more home for your dollar in Mulberry. So you do get a large amount of home for the money. And I'll show you some prices of homes that are active right now and what they're selling for. Con number 2. Since this community is more family oriented, you do hear a lot of children playing around the neighborhood. So someone that wants a quiet neighborhood and no kids or animals or family activities may not want to live in this tight-knit community. The homes are affordable because they're on smaller lots, more standard, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 square foot. I think maybe the largest is 7,000 square feet. So they're mostly smaller lots, and there's a high density. It's a high density community. So the homes will be closer together, and that means you're most likely going to hear your neighbors. And because lots of the homes have porches, you do have people that like to sit out and be part of the community. So if you're really private person and you don't really want to socialize with the neighbors, this may not be the neighborhood for you. So con number 3, you really only have that shopping area on the corner of Signal Butte and Guadalupe within walking distance. But the rest of the time, you just need to drive at least a couple miles north to the Superstition Springs Center and Gateway East. And there is all that you really need there. I mean, you've got Walmart Supercenter, you've got Marshall's, Old Navy, Ulta, AMC Theater, Massage Envy, Panera, Mod Pizza. There's a workout facility. There's a Del Taco, In-N-Out Burger, Starbucks, Rubio's, Chevron gas station, and the Cobblestone Auto Spa. That's where we get our oil changed anyway. So just to name a few, and you have easy access to the 60 freeway going west to more downtown areas in Gilbert or Mesa, or top on that 202 south to get to all the shopping and restaurants you can handle at Santan Village in Gilbert. Overall, Mulberry keeps a great value and it has a really reasonable price range for the type of home you get. So let's take a look at that. If you have children, it's really safe to know that the community is watching out for each other. You have to live in this community to use the parks. And there are signs everywhere saying that you will be held accountable if you're from another area and you're using their parks within that tight community. And right now, since there's a big drop in prices as of May 2022, there are some really great buys on homes where investors like OfferPad and Open Door, including some private investors, are dropping their listing prices dramatically to $100,000 less than they purchased the home in the past year. And they're paying a lot of home buyers closing costs on top of that, buying down interest rates for the buyer. So as we've seen an agent in our agent collaboration group, we're getting a lot of great buys for our buyers. So if you're looking to relocate from a colder state or a higher cost state and you want a lot of home for your money in a family neighborhood, East Mesa, then Mulberry has some great buys for you right now. So let's take a look at some of those. There are currently 14 active listings available, and many are iBuyer flips from Open Door and OfferPad who purchased high and they're selling lower now because they want to get them off their portfolio. In fact, 3 out of 3 of the lowest priced homes that are active on the market listed in this neighborhood, there's one is an Open Door sale that originally was purchased at $505,400 in August of 2022, and they put it on the market immediately in August to sell, originally listing it at $501,000. And it's since been on the market 119 days and has been reduced to $460,000. However, the house is only on a 3,160 square foot lot, so it's one of the smaller lots in the community. And there are 2 other homes that are listed for less. And this one is 2,169 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. And I really believe they would take a lower offer at this point because it is not moving. And it does look like it's clean inside, but you'll have to get a buyer's inspection and really go through to make sure that everything's okay on the home. Really nice because a lot of our buyers are getting the sellers to pay closing costs. So you could offer less, and you could also ask for them to pay the buyer closing costs or buy down the rate to make the monthly payment lower. So that's a good thing. 2722 South Santa Rita at $450,000, and they are offering upfront to pay the buyer closing costs. And you can tell that this one is really nicely done on the outside. It's got a front porch. It's also 2,148 square feet, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Got a similar smaller lot of 3,160. And so that's been on the market 48 days so far. And it looks like it's really clean inside. It looks like it's been well maintained. But remember, you get to do a buyer inspection and make sure everything is as it looks on the photos. So let's look at the next one that is one of the lowest active listings in there. This one is listed for $445,000, and it's a little bit on the higher end price for that because it's smaller. It's 1,730 square feet. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 baths, similar lot, 3,555 square feet, similar 2-story. And they are also offering $10,000 towards seller concessions for the buyers if they get a full price offer. However, it has been on the market 157 days. So I think you could actually get it for less and offer less and still ask the seller to pay closing costs because it is not moving. And so this is obviously priced too high and they're not budging, even though it looks like a nice clean property. It's got that stone exterior. The big thing is it's right across from a green belt. So you've got that nice view there. You've got easy access to the green belt for kids to play. So it's a really nice location, and that's why it's priced a little bit higher for the square footage. But like I said, it has been on the market 157 days. I think you could get it for less because it's just not moving. So even though it's clean, it looks great. The average market time in here is up. It's up to 115 days. So if it's been 115 days and now this property has been on the market 157 days, it's obviously priced too high. You just make an offer. And that's a great place to be when you're a home buyer. Because if you plan on being in this neighborhood and you've got kids and you're wanting to raise a family in a family location like this, then it's a great time to get more for your money and ask the seller to pay down the interest rate on the mortgage. So as more and more of these iBuyers and investors decide they better sell right now and they put this on the market, we are seeing a lot of pressure and competition. So you might be able to get an offer for $50,000 less and have the seller pay your closing costs because these properties obviously are not moving. So if you don't mind driving a little bit further, say 15 minutes further, 10 minutes further to the east, then you can get a great buy in the Mulberry neighborhood. If you'd like a list of homes in the Mulberry neighborhood that are coming soon to the market, then just text or call or email and we'll get that information right to you. Thanks for watching. And as always, I'm Mel with the Mark and Mel Team, eXp Realty. And for over 30 years, we've loved helping home sellers and home buyers with excellence through experience.